Hi, I'm Diana Andrews, food editor and test kitchen manager at Fine Cooking Magazine, and I'm here today to show you what to do with some things that you might have in your refrigerator at the end of the week. Again, we're into using what we have in our refrigerator these days, and we want to make sure that we get the most out of things without throwing anything away. So I'm going to make a simple pesto. These are the herbs that have been left over from my testing during the week. You'll notice that it's a variety of things. There's cilantro, I have parsley, I have some basil leaves, I have some garlic cloves, I have some cheese and pine nuts. The pine nuts aren't even toasted. I also have a Fresno pepper because I like a little heat in my pesto. There's no specific recipe. We're going to do whatever feels right to you. We're going to top it off with some olive oil, pulse a bit, and we're going to have a great pesto for another meal. Notice that there are a lot of stems here. Stems have a lot of flavor in herbs, so I don't want to throw out the stems. I always save the stems. Again, we're making the most out of what we have at the end of the week, and we're going to make another meal. Again, a simple pesto. So I'm just going to get the herbs started a little bit. I like to rough chop things before I put them in the processor. I also like to crush my garlic a little bit, again, to give it a head start. I do like a lot of garlic. You know, they do say that garlic is good for keeping your immune system strong, so I don't think it's a bad thing to add right now, right? Rough chop that. Ah, my beautiful red Fresno. They're so beautiful. I always buy these when I see them, more than I need, and then I end up freezing them. They freeze really well whole, and I always have them on hand. They don't look the best when you defrost and use them, but really, I would rather have them than not. I'll leave some of the seeds in and the ribs. Again, just rough chopping. Okay? So now, everything in the food processor in no particular order. Let's put the herbs in and the garlic and the Fresno, okay? Most of the time, I'm a little bit more particular about ingredients and how the order in which they go in, because, you know, I am kind of the person who all the recipes come through at Fine Cooking, so I really am always paying attention to the details. Anyway, everything is in the bowl of the processor. I'm going to lock on the lid and I'm going to pulse a few times just to get the herbs chopped up. I'm also going to scrape down the bowl occasionally. This way everything is uniform in size. Once I start streaming my oil in, I want to be sure that my pesto is a nice texture, but doesn't have any kind of rough spots in it from the stems. That's great. Just push it down again. It smells really good. I wish you could smell this. Okay. Oh, let me do this now. I'm going to add a little cheese. Anything you have hanging around is fine. Pine nuts, I didn't even toast them. I'm gonna choke from the peppers. Excuse me 1 minute. Wow, strong. Just sprinkle them in. A little salt, freshly ground black pepper. Pulse a few times, and then I'm gonna start streaming in my oil, and after that, guess what? It's done. Okay, here goes the oil. Processor is on, and I'm just gonna stream it through the top. Look at how it's coming together. Really, really nice. Scrape down the bowl a little bit. Now, If you want a thinner consistency, you can add a little bit more oil. You can even add more water. I'm gonna pulse just a little bit more, but I'm gonna just actually keep it going just a little bit more. And we're done. A beautiful pesto for another meal or two. You could put this in pasta, of course. You can roast vegetables and dollop some on top. You could spoon this into rice. There's a million and one things you can do with this. You can actually even put it on a beautiful piece of toast with some cheese. Again, use what you have from the pantry. Use what you have from your refrigerator. Happy eating. Diana Andrews, food editor, test kitchen manager, Fine Cooking Magazine. Thank you.